Hi guys, it's Anne. Thank you so much for joining me. We are continue to venture through some extremely, I'm going to say, volatile energies. Although what we're experiencing is this mass awakening, this coming into higher and higher amounts of collective consciousness. It is quite an unbelievable journey that we are experiencing here. I have to also say the past number of days have been so super intense. So a lot of people are going to be feeling this in the next few days, or have, or are. It is a ball of energy is what I want to say here, that is super powerful, and it is really taking us up and down and all around through a really expansive dimensional journey here. Feeling the physicality of all of this to a very large degree as we are moving into, again, more of the unknown, but we feel this. It's making us question so many aspects of ourselves. Why are we on this journey? It's causing, there is irritability, instant that comes up, aggravation, just flying off the handle, just so easily aggravated. Also just drops of sadness and depression. Recognizing all of these ups and downs, as we can also at the same, a moment later, literally a minute later, we can pop up into these huge, fantastic downloads and insights of information, which a lot of you are also experiencing. We're getting more and more connected to the higher purpose of all of this here. And it is giving us hope and understanding as we recognize the amount of responsibility we have. Unrecognized, we think, unrecognized to the average bear. But we know that what we're doing here is shifting planetary vibrational frequency and consciousness at a very quick rate. And we're getting more and more in tune with the mass amount of responsibility and the necessity for all of this and the roles we play here to be happening right now. What we had been remembering and thinking about as weaknesses are pure sensitivity and to people, places, situations, what has gotten us into some dark situations and not understanding where and how powerful our own energy is, where we have experienced some very deep, dark soul lessons here, all part of this. But we're recognizing now a lot of those happened to keep us off our mission here, to keep us off track of this powerful time of shift and change. And it is these sensitivities, this highly tuned intuition and observance is what is making the biggest difference here after so long. So what some are going to be experiencing then is really being dragged back into past experiences, dredging up old memories again, going down that rabbit hole. And it is, really important to kind of take everything. I know this is hard to understand, but with a bit of a grain of salt, because if you don't recognize, again, just comes down to being conscious of what is happening. And it has been a really challenging time on all fronts here. As I mentioned in my last video, we are going through some big shifts and waves and ups and downs in frequency, and there's a lot of interference being run here as we move through all of these different dimensional availability, which we have access to, but there is definitely a lot of interference coming into play. So if we kind of step back and just sort of understand that something is coming in, and it has been intense, a lot of past memories, especially around old relationships, experiences, stuff that we've believed to be clearing, that we still have a bit of anger, resentment, we're holding towards this. At the same time, what is starting to really come through right now is this seeing that for its reason and purpose in our lives, and really grasping hold of the absolute necessity, complexity of the reasons why we had to experience that and go through it, and the revelations that are coming through now, right across the board. To many light workers on this journey are really getting all of this insight. We're collectively working on this. We know that it is quite an amazing thing. And so there is this up and down movement, but this is wow. I mean, I keep saying epic, but it truly is. To have, to be at this time, and to be listening to this, or to be understanding aspects of what is happening here, beyond the constructs that we grew up with, beyond the constructs that others have, to see a whole new aspect of ourselves, this new earth unfolding. It is really a sight to be seen, and where we have to really dive into trusting all aspects of the process. Because, I can say that that's really what I hang on to, is trusting source information, my just overall knowingness, understanding that stuff comes in. This has been lifetimes of work for many of us, so it's really just coming back to our memory. It was always there. It's just becoming a remembering. And it's like, I'll you read something or you hear something somebody says, and it's like you totally resonate with it, whereas somebody else would say, has no clue. So that's how you definitely know. And there's so many of us talking to each other through different forms, media, and in the frequencies as well. So pretty amazing. So we are experiencing all that. We're really starting to see all of the complexity, the amount of programs that are being run, and trying to bring us back into this whole web of deception and control. And it just seems so, like, when you have experienced something like that. I've been through so many different aspects of this journey, through so many very dark experiences. They do exist. It's all about understanding to bring your energy back to you, not accepting. We have to be in agreement. You got to remember this. We have to be in agreement. We have to buy in. We have to. So be very, aware of this. I do not accept outside energy that is not for my best interest. To be conscious of where others might be deceitful and want to take it and run with it. So it doesn't need to be a harsh thing. It just needs to be, it can be a soft awareness thing. And we can just turn away from people. We don't definitely, for some of you out there, we don't need to help everybody. This is for sure. Energy management is the absolute key. A lot right now, people will find you. So many people are becoming into themselves, New ideas are coming through. We're going to next levels here. New ideas, what we've been subconsciously working toward over the past little while. We've been in a bit of a lull. We've been a bit in things are being worked out. We've passed it over to the universe to sort of resolve where we go next. A lot of that work has been done. It's been a processing, and I'm seeing now that there are doors being opened, that we are moving into sort of the next level of our reason and purpose. And it doesn't need to be highly complicated. It just needs to be where it's best suited for you, your calling. It could step us back into roles that are a little less stressful and more in the peaceful, holding on to the peaceful frequencies. So, and others stepping into much bigger roles. So we're starting to see a bit that fruition of those subconscious activities of, moving into that. And if you don't yet, don't fret, because by relaxing into that, by just trusting and not constantly pushing, and that's where the biggest breakthroughs occur. So if you just trust and say, I know that I don't know, and that's perfectly fine. When we try and use the mind to analyze every part of this process, it doesn't work that way. This is very much a subtle energy process, and things come to us in very different ways now. It's a new way of operating in this new earth environment. I guess a piece of advice here is to, I want to say, think less, do more. Sometimes we can overthink. A lot of that is happening right now. Again, it's another program. We're trying to think our way out of frustration. And sometimes it's better to just sort of sink into organizing a drawer, a closet, washing your car, creating a piece of art, doing, whatever it is, to just keep you occupied at a very, it's not an overly mind task oriented thing. And a lot of times when we just do something just with the whole enjoyment of just doing something, regardless of what it is, cleaning windows, whatever, we can make the most of that. And maybe in each of those little things, again, is the awareness. So maybe if you're called to clean windows, maybe that means that your sight is being cleared. You're starting to gain a bigger perspective and see things more clearly. So this is kind of how sometimes these ideas, when we just have to get up and sort of move on and just live life through simple tasks, it can provide us simple clarity. So much of this process lies in simplicity from my own perspective. Yes, we do know what the darker forces, either within us or with from others, however you want to look at it. Yes, that exists. This is true, and I've talked about this from the beginning of my videos. This has become out of balance between the dark and the light, and our whole mission here has been to put this back into balance and perspective. And, there's going to be resistance to this. So a lot of this energy is about resistance and understanding where we hold resistance in ourselves, when we're trying so hard and to tighten up and to control and to become awake it's like we need to learn to let go more and to trust and surrender. A big message that's been coming through for me is resistance. So remain your loving, true, authentic self. It's hard right now. People, especially in your own family, finding where there is where the buttons get pushed. That's where we have the highest amount of sensitivity. So if there was going to be a play at taking you off track, it would likely be from somebody close, because this is where our history is. This is where we have the most heart open space. And it's not necessarily this person doing it. It is their own. It is the unhealed ego part that is pushing our pain body. And they're also going through their own revelations and understandings and projecting. So we have to be calm when this happens. It's hard sometimes when it's your family, but we have to accept the fact that they will come around when the time is right. And I'm seeing people come around. I'm seeing if we are gentle and if we are kind but firm with boundaries. And we show that kindness and compassion, yet not letting that energy consume us, and holding a space. I find the best way to do it, but those where some of the buttons are being pushed, to remain true to your loving and authentic self, even if the world around us is absolutely from every angle saying, but this is not working. To me, I think it's the only, I'm going to stay true to that because that's what I'm being told. I'm being shown that is truly, you can be soft and kind and firm and powerful all at the same damn time. Yes, it's possible, it's doable, and it's absolutely who I am. Such an amazing time, such amazing energy. I'm sending out so much love and compassion to you guys. I know everybody's at different parts and places on this journey. It is a powerful time to be alive. There's no question about that. Stay in your authenticity. Keep moving forward in the direction of your dreams. Small steps every day to show that you are actively participating in the creation of moving forward and not staying stuck. That is really the only thing you're to give thought to. The other thing is, I'm going to say this again, it's getting out of bed in the morning. Wow, there is so much happening in the dream state, the sleep state, really, really heavy duty stuff. This is a true story. The other morning I woke up with a sore hand, like a sprained wrist almost. It was like the backside of my hand and my wrist was bruised. And I first woke up and go, have I been in a fist fight? And the day before I did nothing to have hurt my hand, but it felt like I had been in a fist fight, and my wrist felt like it was sprained and it was bruised and it was sore for about a day. And I have no idea how that happened. I woke up that way. But I truly believe that a lot of this, although we may seem, pretty reserved in our 3D suits here, some of us are fighting some pretty big galactic battles, I think. Maybe why we're so tired and exhausted right now. We're processing so damn much on so many levels. But that is what happens sometimes. And to remember to get yourself going in the morning, because it's just that momentary trying to hold us back into not wanting to get out of bed, about self-pity, about how bad you feel. But once we get up and start moving, you start moving that energy around the body. You just keep moving. It quickly evaporates. It's like, no, that's not me. I'm here to live this life, and that's what I'm doing. So just remember that. Don't let it get you. It's the first thing in the morning thing. It's just powerful when you get up and keep moving, and you'll know why. So I kind of rambled there, guys. A lot going on. I just really felt a need to share. Hopefully this helps somebody out there. Appreciate you guys. We'll talk soon. Bye.